This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. I can remember when I was starting to try to, want to get some stuff under my fingers around jazz, that I would check out Tim Lurch on YouTube. Now, Tim Lurch does have a True Fire course or two, and I'd encourage you to go check that out, as well as his YouTube as well. But True Fire sponsored this channel, so I just wanted to shout out to him here. You can use the code GNC40 to get 40% off of his course specifically, or you can use the code GNC100 to get $100 off of the All Access Pass. And if you were doing that, I'd also suggest checking out Tim Miller, as well as Martin Taylor has got some courses on there specifically interested in this kind of idea of putting together jazz chord melody and stuff. So yeah, shout out to True Fire, shout out to Tim Lurch. Tim Lurch was definitely someone I would watch for this kind of stuff. Now, I'm definitely still in that kind of beginner zone for this jazz stuff, and I don't have as much time as I once did for this sort of stuff, but I do still enjoy it when I get a quiet minute to try and play some of these things. And for me, chord melody, I start with the actual melody, so I'll start listening to a tune. So today I wanted to do The Way You Look Tonight, and I was listening to the Frank Sinatra version of this, although I'm going to play it a little bit slower, which is in E flat. I'm going to start up here. The tab for this will be up on Patreon if you want to kind of go through this, but this is kind of how I'm thinking about it as I'm playing it. So E flat major 7, melody up the top there on the 6th fret, jump down to my C minor, my melody's there on the 8th fret, and then 8, 6, 8, 6th fret, and then down to a B flat 7, kind of dominant there. So, and then we jump up to a G minor 7 flat 5, but I don't play all of the notes. I kind of play like this: 11th fret, 10th fret, 8th fret, and then we fall down to a C dominant 7. So, like that. So we could do something like that, where I've got a flat 9 on the 11th fret, and then 9th fret 8, and then back to an F minor, like that. Same voicing again, and then down to a B flat 7, and I might do that. So 8th fret, 9th fret, and then as I'm rising up here to the 6th fret, this voice on the G string falls down to the 7th fret, and then up in 6, like that. So like that, and then up to a B flat minor up here, like my F minor voicing, down to a E flat 7, so 11, 11, 8, and then 11 for our A flat, 11, 9 here on the 8th fret. There's my melody on the 10th fret on the G string. So we go G minor, F minor, B flat, 6, 6, 5, 6 again, and then might fall down to that, which is the 6th fret, 5th fret, open G, 4th fret, and then you could maybe even, this is one thing that I kind of like the sound of, use that as like your pedal. Or if you want to do what it does on the Frank Sinatra version, it goes to like G minor for the turnaround, C altered, then F minor, back to B flat altered, and then to like a E flat in first inversion, and then you could go to like a B major 7 sharp 11 or dominant 7 sharp 11, and then back to our chord 5. So you get all together. And this is what our A section is. So this happens 3 times essentially. A, B, A. Okay, and then our B section takes us up to essentially a major third above. So what we're kind of effectively doing is, if you imagine we turn from an E flat major to E flat minor, we're going up to our relative major then. So then our melody is up here, and there's a really nice counter line. That's what our actual melody does. But if we have the 9 here on the 13th fret, and it kind of goes kind of like that. And then down to an A flat minor. So you have that. So like an A flat minor, but I'm not playing the root. We've got 9th fret, 8th fret, and still melody note is the same all the way through. And then we need to get to a I might talk about this in terms of, well, G flat instead of F sharp. So then that's an A flat to a D flat for our chord 5. So then 9, 9, 8, 9. And then like that. So then a G flat in first inversion, 6, 6. There's our melody note on the 9th fret. To a diminished, so 8, 4, 5, 4, 5. There's our melody note on the 6th fret. And then melody goes up to here on the 11th fret. Then we got our A flat minor to D flat 7, and that same thing again, but this time the melody note is here. So something like that. Okay, so we get from "and that laugh," that wrinkles, we could use that as our counter melody. Down to an F minor, to a B flat, back to E flat. So that's our melody, and our counter melody. Kind of covers that. So that's kind of how I would approach The Way You Look Tonight. A really nice one. Play it as a ballad, or you can play it slightly up tempo. AABA. I'll write this tab out for you guys on Patreon and drop the backing track up there too. But I think definitely one worth checking out. Shout out to Tim Lurch as well for the inspiration in jazz early on when I was looking for a place to learn this sort of stuff from. Cheers.